ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय सदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। विश्वसर्गविसर्गादिनवलक्ष्यलक्षितं कृष्णाख्यं परं धाम जगद्धाम नमामि। अजानुलम्बितो भुजो कनकवदातो संकीर्तनैकपित्रो कमलायताक्षो विशम्बरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपीकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भक्त्या विहीनाय पराधलक्ष्ये क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी तं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त बोलो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So before I forget to announce tomorrow instead of Chaitanya Chaitamrit Radha Tattva, we're going to hear Srimad Bhagavad Katha for 7 days. Srimad Bhagavad Saptah in English. Shri Radha Tattva. Shri Chaitanya Chaitamrit Adi Leela, it is stated. हमारे दर्शने कृष्ण पाइल एत सुख ए सुखे गोपीर प्रफुल्ल अंग मुख गोपी शोभा देखी कृष्णेर शोभा बढ़े जत कृष्ण शोभा देखी गोपीर शोभा बढ़े तत् अतएव से सुख कृष्ण सुख पोषे ए हेतु गोपी प्रेम नाहि काम दोषी। By hearing the glories of Radharani or by hearing what is emanating from the lotus lips of Radharani about her prem for Krishna, we are observing this Purushottam month to please Purushottam Shri Krishna. And the best way to please Purushottam Shri Krishna is to glorify Krishna's dearmost, Radharani. Chaitanya Chaitamrit says, in connection with what we heard yesterday, the gopis think Shri Krishna has obtained so much pleasure from seeing us, and thus their faces and bodies blossom. Shri Krishna's beauty increases when he sees the beauties of the gopis, and the gopis' beauty increases the more they see Krishna's beauty. How astonishing is this? When gopis see Krishna, Krishna beauty increases when Krishna sees the beauty of the gopis. And the gopis' beauty increases the more they see Krishna's beauty. That means, is that ornaments or the outfits which they are wearing, is because of that Krishna is getting beautiful or gopis getting beautiful? No. It's just by seeing each other, their beauty increasing. When they both see each other, the beauty increases. Therefore, Krishna beauty is Lavanya Sar. In the end of Ras Leela, Shri Shukdev Goswami passed, I think, तत्राति तत्राति शुभे ताबिर भगवान देव की सुता मध्य महिमाना है माना मा मरकत यथा. Seeing how Krishna is in the middle of so many gopis around him, the beauty of Krishna increases more and more when he is surrounded by the gopis. That means the golden complexion of the gopis reflecting on the dark bluish complexion of Krishna. That dark bluish complexion increases more when he is surrounded by these gopis. Madhya Haimana Ma Markata Yatha. Just like so many jewels are there, and Mahamarka, one jewel in between, get so much light from all other jewels. So it's not the ornaments which makes Krishna beautiful, but only when the gopis and especially Radharani is with Krishna, then his beauty increases. Therefore, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Uddhav ji said, Bhushanam Bhushanam Anganam. Bhushanam Bhushanam Anganam. Bhushan means ornaments. The ornaments get ornamented when they are touching the limbs of Krishna. It's not that the ornaments are making Krishna beautiful, but by touching the limbs of the Krishna, the ornaments get ornamented, they get beautified. But more than ornaments is that glance, the loving glance of the gopis. That loving glance where there is prem present in that. Even though sometimes that glance is sarcastic on Krishna, sometimes it is with anger on Krishna. But even it is sarcastic or anger, but something is there, that love is there, that prem is there in that glance. Even if it is sarcastic, and many times it happens. Many times. Krishna tried to call upon gopis to have Ras Leela. So, someone asked this question, why you not only glorifying Krishna? Why you chose this topic Radha Tattva in this Purushottam? I said, no, it's not Radharani, it's both Radha and Krishna together. And that's the best way to please Krishna, to glorify Radharani in this special month, Purushottam month. So in the Ras Leela, which is the, okay, let us ask Krishna, your Leela Purushottam, which pastime you like the most? What is your favorite pastime? Everyone has their own favorites, right? Someone can say, I like childhood pastime of Krishna. Someone can say, I like the Kishore Leela, the teenager pastimes of Krishna. I like Govardhan Leela. Everyone has their own favorite. Let us ask Krishna, what is your favorite? So amongst all qualities, the 4 qualities of Krishna, which is prominent only in Krishna, no one else possesses those 4 extra qualities. Not even Lord Narayan, who is Vilas Vigraha of Krishna. What are these 4 qualities? Sarvadbhut Chamatkar, Leela Kallol Varadi, Atul Madhur Prem Mandat Priya Mandana, Tri Jagat Akarshi Murali Kalakujita, Asmordam Roop Shri Vismapita Charachita. Yeah. Leela Madhuri, Prem Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, and Rupa Madhuri. The four, Madhuri means sweetness. The four sweetness, only and only present in Krishna. He holds this copyright of this four sweetness, four Madhuris. So, Leela Madhuri. Hmm. Let us ask Krishna, which Leela, which pastime is your favorite? And Krishna says, Santi yadyabe prajya leela tasa manohara nahi jane smrite rase mane kim drisham bhave. Even though I manifest, even though I perform so many pastimes, but when I think of Ras Leela, I don't know what happens to me. I get restless. That's Krishna's favorite pastime, Ras Leela. So I'm not going to describe Ras Leela some other time when we get some qualification. By performing sadhan, sincerely chanting, praying, serving Gurudev. Yeah. But when Krishna disappeared from Ras Leela, he was trying to play with the gopis, not like straight, bend. As he is bent, he also liked some bends. So he tried to bend with the gopis, not straight. Okay, I played on flute, you all came and let us start performing Ras Leela. No, he started speaking some words showing uh, not warm welcome. Gopi starts singing Gopi Geet, and when Krishna, he was also hearing this Gopi Geet, and Krishna appeared there in the midst of the gopis. When Krishna appeared in the midst of gopis, he was little embarrassed, little mild smile on his face, a little embarrassed. Oh, I was just trying to play with them, and they became so serious. They started crying and weeping and singing Gaiti Dedikam Janmana Vraja. The whole Gopi Geet, who was just playing with them. When Krishna appeared, all those Naikas means the leaders, gopis, they all came to behold the beauty of Krishna. Some gopis, they came and took over his hand, start massaging his hand or touching his hand. Some came to touch his feet. Another gopi coming, touch his clothes because they're feeling so much separation from him. But Sri Shukdev Goswami Pad, he, while describing the description of these gopis, he uttered the words in only half verse, not complete verse, half verse. But he explained about one gopi, Evam Brukriti, Brukuti. He said there is one gopi who from far distance only moving her eyebrows in anger, showing her anger towards Krishna. But this verse is not half, this verse is complete. So when Shukdev Goswami is describing this gopi, we can imagine who's that gopi. Who's that gopi? Radha Rani. All others are also Nayakas, uh, heroines, means leaders, and they have their own group of gopis. They all come close to Krishna, but Radharani from far distance, she just glancing, Kripa Kataksh. Hmm? And this is not Kripa Kataksh, this is anger Kataksh. From far distance, sidelong anger. How dare you can do this? And Krishna was melting. Krishna was melting seeing this. Not only that, he was feeling so embarrassed and he felt I offended them. So when someone feel I'm offended someone, What should one do? Ask forgiveness. Krishna folded his hands, ask forgiveness. Saying, Na pare ham nirvadya samyujam. I cannot repay your love. I cannot repay your love. Please forgive me. So sadhu kritta vibhuti oshapiva. With your gentle nature, your generous nature, take it for, assume and forgive me. Krishna prayed them. So even that glance was with anger. But what was present in that glance? In that anger? Prem. And which prem is that? Madhu Sneha. Remember, we discussed about this. Shri Rupa Goswami Pad explains. No matter all other gopis also serving Krishna, but Radharani is described as Gurudev used to describe her as Madhu Sneha, honey-like affection. Honey-like affection. So even sarcastic on Krishna, even angry on Krishna, or even loving glances of Krishna. All these glances are full of one thing common, is that prem. Shri Krishna is not satisfied by only one flaunt their calm as prem, and he is not controlled by it. Krishna is not satisfied by one who flaunts their calm as prem, and is not controlled by it. If an ordinary person say, Krishna, I love you so much, I pray for you. I know why you started saying you love me so much. We can't cheat Krishna. Because either we are in trouble with something, or we got some sickness, or we need something. Understand? Those reasons, some motives are there. Someone is trying to flaunt their calm, means their motives, selfish motives, as prema. Krishna fully understands this and is not controlled by them. So what to speak of any ordinary person? Sadharni Rati. Kubja a prem for Krishna. But Kubja prem is described as Sadharni Rati, ordinary like attachment by Shri Rupa Goswami in Ujjwal Nilmani. Ordinary like attachment. And Krishna is not controlled by this attachment. Do we hear any time any pastime like this? Krishna got controlled by Kubja? No. Because this is Sadharni Rati, ordinary like. And then Samanjasya Rati. The queens of Dwarika, they love Krishna. No doubt. And they are, one should not think easygoing or just, queens of Dwarika, what we have to do with them. Never think like this. It's very offensive. They used to serve Krishna. They're serving Krishna all time. And they have so much praying for Krishna. But this is what we were describing yesterday. Every devotee, in whatever rasa one devotee belongs to, they get complete satisfaction in their particular ras. Dasya ras, Sakhya, Vatsalya. They don't compare themselves. Oh, Sakhas might think, Vatsalya ras. They getting full satisfaction in their own ras, respective ras, to serve Krishna. So all those categories are complete in itself in regard to their reciprocation with Krishna, or Krishna reciprocating with them. There's no any other motives. They all want to please Krishna. They all want to serve Krishna. But when our acharyas, they differentiate, when they churn the qualities of each and every rasa, then this tartamya means differentiation comes out. Then this differentiation. Otherwise, Hanuman is serving Lord Ram. Is he less? If you hear the glories of Hanuman, anyone can feel like desiring, oh, can I become Hanuman to serve Prabhu like this? Selfless, praying for Ram. But in that, what mood? In that same mood. But certain things which Hanuman cannot do, Lakshman can do. Hanuman is in Dasya Ras. But Raktak Patrak, those associates in Dasya Ras in Braj, they are different from Hanuman. What is the difference? Hanuman serving Ram, but with a mood of opulence. Even though full prema is there, and he is extracting the complete bliss in serving Lord Ram, and with full prem, no any scarcity of prem there. Complete. But Raktak Patrak, they're serving Brajendra Nandan Krishna, the Krishna of Braj, who is Swayam Bhagavan. And in that, there is some mixture of Vasalya present there. Okay? Not with so much opulent mood. That's called differentiation. Vibhishan, Sugriv, they are friends of Ram. But how they are friends of Ram? Do they come to embrace Ram? Hey Ram, come. Let me hug you. Ram, sit here. Can they do this? They can't even dream of this. Even sometimes independent desire, if Lord Ram say, Vibhishan, come, I want to embrace you. He is so humble. He holds his hands. Oh, Prabhu Ram is calling me to embrace. Oh, how can I'm not qualified? I'm not qualified. So they always like hold his hands. But they are friends of Ram. But that friendship is some mixture. The mixture of Dasya in that. Not pure friendship, not pure Sakya. The mixture of some Das. How about Arjun? Friend of Krishna. Krishna is riding the chariot of Arjun. And Arjun is ordering Krishna, take my chariot here, take my chariot there. You see? This is Sakya Bhav. Srila Gurudev used to explain. Krishna and Arjun used to sleep on the same bed, embracing each other. How? Where the feet of Arjun, there is a head of Krishna. And the feet of Krishna, the head of Arjun. And like that, they're embracing each other. When Pandavas are sleeping in their camp in the night time, Krishna used to sit in Veerasan. Veerasan means, you know this Veerasan? Vajrasan. One who sits on the knees with a sword in his hand, guarding whole night. He's not sleeping. Pandavas are resting inside. Krishna is guarding them. Krishna is massaging the feet of the horses of Arjun. That's too much. Krishna is massaging the feet of the horses of Arjun. What to speak of feet of Arjun? You see? So much closeness. But that sakha, that friendship mood is again mixed with opulence. Not Shuddha sakha, not Shuddha sakha, not pure. Mixture is there. When there is some mixture, means it's not something pure. Okay, like yogurt. You add something in yogurt, mixture. Uh, but pure yogurt is pure. Ghee is pure. When Arjun saw Krishna, Krishna manifested his universal form. The middle of battlefield in Kurukshetra. He manifested universal form, and Arjun with folded hands. Oh, he's trembling. I used to, I used to address you as my friend. Sakheti matva padvasam taduktam. Hey Krishna, hey Yadav, hey Sakheti. I address you as Krishna. I address you as Yadav Pate. Huh? I address you as Keshav. Take my chariot there. Keshav, take my chariot there. Keshav, take my chariot there. You see, I'm so sorry. I'm not supposed to give you order. You are Prabhu. That means when Arjun saw the opulence of Krishna, the mixture in that Sakhya Bhav. Krishna is not controlled, fully controlled by this. Then comparison with the Sakhas of Braj. Sridham, Subal, Madhumangal, Tota Krishna, Lavanga, Ujjwal. Just by uttering their name, one gets purified. No matter how much opulence Krishna can show them, they say, you don't know anything. You can't do anything. We can do much better than you. What are you eating? Hey, what are you eating? Show your mouth. And Krishna opened his mouth, snatched from his mouth. Arjun cannot do this. And if Krishna is saying, Sakha is enjoying some, say, what are you eating? Show me your mouth. And Sakha, and he snatched from his mouth and eating that. This reciprocation cannot be with Arjun. This is called pure Sakhya Ras. Pure, Shuddh Sakhya Bhav. You see? This is Sakhya Bhav. Hey Krishna. They never say, Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Deena Bandhu Jagat. Pure Sakhya Bhav. Yes, high. Very high moods of Braj. Very high moods of Braj. It's not low, it's not simple, regular. Understand? Now coming to this topic, what I explained. I'm remembering Sakhas, how they're playing with Krishna makes me laugh. Jumping on the shoulder of Krishna. Krishna jumping on the shoulder of Sakhas. Hey, tumi kaun bada log, tumi hum isam. You're not superior to us. We are equals. Come have wrestling with us. And Sridham comes like this. And you got Krishna on the ground. Almost 99. Understand 99? Almost 99. Means Krishna on the ground, touching with the back. And they say, hey, I defeated Krishna. Everyone start clapping. Shuddha Sakhya Bhav. So every ras, they're enjoying their complete service mood. No, they don't think. And that's why in spiritual world, we were discussing with devotees yesterday program. That's why in spiritual world, there is not a single word which is known as envious. Because everyone is fully satisfied in whatever relationship they want to serve with Krishna. There's no enviousness. Nirmasaranam satam. We have envious mood. Seeing someone singing very good, seeing someone serving very good, speaking something very good, enviousness. So how can he do like this? I'm senior, envious. Everyone getting attracted by him. Why not me? Envious. In spiritual world, no enviousness. No enviousness here. Srila Gurudev, no. Gurudev of Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. Very powerful, prominent Acharya. Disciple of Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. What is his name? Shishimad Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj. Tall personality, effulgent, tall, fearless speaker, but always very humble, never show off, full of all qualities. His singing, his dancing, his Hari Katha, attracts everyone. Naturally, devotees getting attracted to him, towards him, and they're approaching him for initiation. Please give us initiation. And he started initiating. Some other, they didn't like this idea. They said, Maharaj, you cannot initiate here. Please go some other temple. You can't initiate here. He said, okay. I'm sorry if I'm the cause of any trouble. He went to other temples. Then all those who are running after him or wanted or got attracted from him, they all approaching the other temple, another center where he was giving initiation. Then again some people, they got not very happy with this. Say, no, Maharaj, you can't initiate here. More and more, everyone was stopping him. He was getting more and more effulgent and highlighted. And as a result, very soon, he accomplished so much preaching and so many huge, big centers. But his personality, which is known as Nirmasaranam Satam, no enviousness. There is no room of enviousness in spiritual world. So all these different rasa have their no enviousness towards other rasa because they are fully satisfied serving Krishna with prem in whatever rasa they belong to. Now, the prem of the queens of Dwarika could not control Krishna when mixed with desire to satisfy their own senses. What to speak of any other rasa, even in Madhurya rasa, who can be more intimate than the queens? Yeah. 16,108 queens sleeping with Krishna, serving Krishna, taking care of Krishna. Krishna loves them. They love Krishna, but they are not able to control Krishna. They're not able to control Krishna. Because what kind of, what's the definition of their love? Which rati? Samanjasya rati. No, they are samartha rati. Yes? Sure? Okay. I was testing. Samanjasya rati means the queens of Dwarika. Even though they have prem, they have love for Krishna, they're serving Krishna, but the desire was there is by serving Krishna, we also get what? Please. We also get satisfy our senses by serving Him. So The focus here on this point is even when there is a slightest trace scent of that I will get satisfaction by serving my beloved. That's not prem. That's not prem in true sense. And Krishna is not controlled by that prem. The whole idea of hearing so much was coming to this point. We can imagine. Where are we? Where do we exist in this definition? Even the queens, they have this desire that we get satisfied by serving Krishna. Krishna cannot get controlled by that. That's not called 100% prem. कृष्ण से तोमार कृष्ण दीते पारो তোমার শকতি আছে আমি তো कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण বলি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে What is the meaning? Oh Vaishnav Thakur, Krishna is yours. The meaning of this song is, oh Vaishnav, oh devotees, Krishna is yours. And you have Krishna so much in your heart. You can give Krishna to anyone. And I am beggar. I am running after you, saying Krishna, Krishna, please give me Krishna. So Vaishnav can give Krishna. But how much can they give Krishna? Try to understand this very important point. How much? Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say, as much as they have Krishna, they can only give Krishna in that proportion. If I have $50, if I have 50 euros, I cannot give 80. If I have $10, how can I give $50 to someone? If I have $100, I can give from 1 to 99, even 100 to everyone, whoever approaches. So Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say, Sakhas can also give Krishna. Giving Krishna means Krishna Prem. Understand? When we say, Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shakati ache. You have this potency to give Krishna. To give Krishna means giving Krishna Prem. So Sakhas can give Krishna. Vatsalya Ras can also give Krishna. Arjun can also give Krishna. But as much as they have Krishna, they can only give Krishna. Means the same prem, whatever they have, they can give only in proportion to that. Not more than that. But we see Braj Gopis. Amongst these Braj Gopis, then we see Radha Rani. How much prema they have? How much prem Radha Rani have? Not that Radha Rani is running after Krishna, but it is Krishna who is running after Radha Rani. Just yesterday, we were discussing this point in one program. Do we hear any time that Radharani, what was that point? Krishna, sorry. Radharani is speaking those words for Krishna, sarcastic words for Krishna, sometimes abusing words for Krishna, but in prem. But we never hear any instance where Krishna is using these words for Radharani. Underline this point. Very important. There is no evidence where Krishna is using these words for Radharani. And Radharani openly, so many things for Krishna. Don't believe this black person, he's cheater, he's devotee, all this. Did we hear any time Krishna speaking about Radharani? No. Why? Because in comparison, Radharani's flame is so high than Krishna that make Krishna restless to taste that flame of Radharani. To understand, to realize this. And that's why to realize something, what you need? Sadhan, practice. Made Krishna perform practice. Okay. And how is practicing this? Chanting out Radhe, Radhe, calling out the name of Radharani. Where? At Radhakund. In the waters of Radhakund. Sometimes up till his navel, sometimes up his neck, in the waters. And practicing this. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Dehi Pad Pallavudaram, Dehi Pad Pallavudaram. Please bless me, please bless me, please give me mercy. Smaragar Khandanam, Mama Shirisi Mandanam, Dehi Pada Pallavudaram. Krishna is begging for this. Do we hear any time we heard Krishna speaking anything or any word or sarcastic on Radharani? Never. Never. All the time we hear Radharani. Any song sung by Krishna in Bhagavatam? All the songs are sung by gopis. All these 5 important, Pran, the life here of Bhagavatam. Yugal Geet, Venu Geet, Gopi Geet, Brahmar Geet, all these Geets. And Venu Geet, all sung by gopis. Krishna sung one Geet, that's called Bhagavad Gita. But every time we hear, see the glories of Radharani. And there is also a song sung by the queens called Maheshi Geet in Dwarika. They also feel separation. If you read that chapter, they also feel separation from Krishna. Oh ocean, why are you roaring? You know, the queens, they used to see ocean in Dwarika roaring, the waves. Are you also feeling separation from Krishna like we are feeling separation from Krishna? Kurari vilapsitam vit nidhrana sheshe. Oh, the bird Kurari. Oh, the bird Kurari. Why are you screaming? Are you also feeling separation from Krishna as we are feeling separation from Mahesh? The queens also singing this. But cannot be to that extent as Radharani. Okay. Therefore, Srila Gurudev explaining, the prem of the queens of Dwarika could not control Krishna when mixed with the desire to satisfy their own senses. Because the desire is not 100% prem. 100% prem is only Radharani. There is no desire to satisfy her senses. All desires to satisfy the senses of Krishna. Everything. Always we're repeating this verse every day. Ashlishlava padaratam pinashtumam. The 8 verse of Shikshashtakam. Mahaprabhu speaking in the mood of Radharani. If you mercifully giving me darshan, or if you don't give me darshan, you became cruel, not giving darshan. Yatha tathava vidhatu lampato. You are lampat, you are debauchee. Still, you are my beloved. Whatever pleases you. If you want to give me pain, I'm fine with this. If you want to make me happy, I'm good with that. Whatever pleases you, Krishna. There will be no decline in my prem for you. That's the prem of Radharani. Therefore, who can give Krishna the best and the most? Radharani. And those who are following the footsteps of Radharani, they can give. Shri Rupa Manjari, Shri Rati Manjari, Shri Kamala Manjari, Shri Nainmani Manjari, Shri Vinod Manjari, means all our acharyas, Srila Gurudev, being so much absorbed. You see, we can see the absorption in their words. I was describing this yesterday, the glories of Srila Gurudev. When Srila Gurudev used to speak Hari Katha in Govindji temple in India and Jaipur, very beautiful, Shri Radha Govindji. So year 1999, 2000, 2001, Gurudev used to speak 3 hours non-stop on Braj pastimes. Gurudev said, we have no other business. Only this is the business to discuss. This is the only thing I can give you. Not less than this. And then in the evening, he used to speak Chaitanya Charitamrita for 2 hours. Mahaprabhu pastimes. So in that Govindji temple, which is very famous in Jaipur, hundreds of devotees sitting and Gurudev non-stop speaking all this, non-stop, right in front of Radha Govindji. And Gurudev always taking side of Radharani. That is his absorption. And what I told you, I'm just repeating the words of Gurudev. Gurudev said this: did ever Radharani send any messenger to pacify Krishna? Krishna is sending all the time messengers to pacify her. Radharani is speaking so many words for Krishna, sarcastic remarks on Krishna. Did ever Krishna spoke any single word like this? Any one sentence like this? No, he can't do this. So much. Gurudev boldly speaking. And then smilingly, after speaking for long, he said, oh, I know, Govindji is hearing this. He must be angry to me. I know he's angry to me. But doesn't matter. My Radharani is standing next to him. She will take care. You see, the absorption of Acharya, Srila Gurudev. How is too much absorbed in Radharani, taking her side and speaking about Krishna. So when we saying, don't take it wrong, when saying speaking about Krishna means glorifying Krishna in unvay, vatirik, direct, indirectly. Because this is pleasing to the ears of Krishna. This is pleasing to the ears of Krishna. He get more pleased when we make him hear the glories of Radharani. He get more pleased when we make us and him hear the glories of Radharani. The superiority of prema of Radharani. That's Krishna's most favorite topic to hear about. That's why we are under guidance of Gurudev, we are hearing this. Otherwise, I'm telling again and again, we are not qualified for such high topics. We are not at all qualified. But this is special month, the month of Krishna, just to please him, repeating the words of Srila Gurudev. May Gurudev bless us so that we can practice nicely, chant every day. Many devotees, they don't even chant 16 rounds a day. So sad to hear this. They don't even chant 16 rounds a day. Even after practicing 10 years, 20 years. So much hearing from Gurudev, so much blessings, but not chanting. It's not good at all. Not good at all. Minimum 16 is minimum. Gurudev used to say, you can't expect that prema to come in your heart only by chanting 16 rounds a day. You can't expect to go to Golok Vrindavan just by chanting 16 rounds a day. That's the first step. That's only a first step. And you have to walk or you have to climb so many steps. Can't you even chant 16 rounds a day? It's so sad to hear this. That's the minimum qualification of a disciple. Minimum level. It's like kindergarten level. That's not the final. And in this month especially, one should supposed to chant more than the regular days. So both things goes parallel. Under hearing this philosophy and also practicing together. One will not work. Both have to be parallel. Both the wheels of the car have to be seen. Practice also. And then understanding philosophy also. So Gurudev spoke in the mood of Radharani, absorption in the mood of Radharani. Just like Shukdev Goswami also, in the mood of Radharani. Just at the end of Ras Leela, Tasam Avibhu Shauri. Shukdev Goswami addressed Krishna as Shauri. Or you are in the dynasty of Kshatriya. You are a Kshatriya. Means you have hard heart. You're not soft heart. You can't reciprocate. You made gopis cry so much. You see? So therefore, Radharani can give this. This is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 61 chapter. Smaya Loka Lava Darshita Bhava Hari Brumandal Parihad Shorat Mandal Sondaya Patnastu Shodas Sahasram Anang Baner Yes Indrinam Vimutitam Karne Na Shikhev. Shukdev Goswami explaining in Bhagavatam, 16,000 queens of Shri Krishna were unable to allure his senses even by their smilingly sidelong glances and the dancing of their captivating eyebrows, which, like Cupid's arrows, are expert in amorous messages. Here again, 16,000 queens of Krishna are unable to attract Krishna. How? By their smiling sidelong glances. This also shows Krishna is self-satisfied and he is not a lusty person. He is not running after lust. He runs after prem, purity. 16,000 queens, they were not ordinary girls of this material world or of even for heaven. They were so beautiful. Rukmani, Satyabhama, oh, and all other 16,000 queens. So beautiful. They were unable to allure his senses even by their smiling sidelong glances, which giving the message of love. The message of love they are giving through their eyes doesn't affect Krishna. And even dancing of their captivating eyebrows, which like Cupid arrows. Eyebrows raised like this, like a Cupid arrow. Cupid has his arrow with five arrows to arouse lust in someone. But Radharani eyebrow is like a bow and his glances are like arrows which hit Krishna. But these queens of Dwarika, all glories to them, all glories to them, but they are not can control 100% Krishna. They cannot control with all these beautiful smiles or captivating eyebrows. They can't attract Krishna because Krishna understands his nature by this statement. Krishna is not a lusty person. Krishna runs after Prem and only Prem. And Prem Swarupani, Ma Bhav Swarupani, Shri Radha Thakurani. Only by Radha. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल श्री राधा रानी की जय।